One of the reasons we care about the limit is the problem of finding the tangent line to a curve at a point. For example, consider this curve here. If you look at x equals to 2, the tangent line here, which is this blue line, it has slope 0. The slope of the secant line here, this blue line here, let's call that L. The slope of that secant line is an approximation to the slope of the tangent line. Notice here that this blue line goes through x equals to 0 and also the point at 2 here, x equals to 2 here. Now, if we take this x value here and move it closer to x equals to 2, okay, we're going to slide this over here. So at x equals to 1, say, we get the blue line crossing here. Okay, so now our secant line looks like this. It's starting to look like the tangent line as we move it further and further. For instance, here, the x value is very close to 2 from the left, and so it's starting to look like a tangent line. Okay, so if we take the x values closer and closer to x equals to 2, the slopes of the secant lines, they give us better and better approximations to the slope of the tangent line. Okay, so really the slope of the tangent line is the limit as x approaches 2 of the slope of the secant lines. Let's take a look at another example. F of x equals to x squared. Here we have the graph in red, a parabola, and let's look at the tangent line at x equals to 1, this blue line right here. If we start with x equals to 0, we get this secant line, which cuts through the graph here. Okay, now we're going to move that x value closer and closer to 1 from the left. Okay, we get this here. So if x equals to about 1/2, the blue line crosses here, and we get this secant line. Okay, it's starting to look more like that tangent line. Okay, let's move it closer here. So if x equals to something like 0.9, very close to 1, we get this line here. It pretty much looks like the tangent line. Okay, so that's the idea. We take a bunch of secant lines and we approach the value that we want, for instance here x equals to 1, and the limit as you take those secant lines, the limit of those slopes is the slope of the tangent line. One thing to note here, in these examples we approached the value x equals to 1 from the left. You could have approached it from the right, and we get the same idea.